Good morning, class! We are here again for our new lesson. But before that, I want to know if you still remember our past lesson. Are you ready? Let's go! You only have 3 seconds to answer the question. True or false? Constellations have myth behind it. Very good! Next is, Dipper is an example of constellation. True or false? Very good, children! You did very well. Now, let's go deeper about what zodiac constellation. Astronomers said that there are billion stars in the skies that can be seen with our naked eye. This only means that there are more constellations that can be found, and this is called the zodiac constellation. Now, who wants to know what are the zodiac constellation? Since that we were able to have glimpse about what are the 12 zodiac constellation, let's do this activity. Connect the stars. You only have 5 seconds to answer each item. Are you ready? Can you connect the stars? What is the zodiac constellation? Great! It's Aries. Next is... Very good! It's Cancer. The last one is... You did very well! It's Capricorn. But have you ever wondered what is the purpose of the constellation? In history, constellations are indication of our ancestors. It is a sign to sow or to harvest. Constellations are also a form of map that indicates the path and direction. If you just remember how Moana uses the constellation to find Maui, and how Maui find the location of Te But let's go back to our lesson. Let's discover what are the myths of the 12 zodiac constellations.
January, the constellation of Sagittarius is highly visible to us on Earth. The Greeks called Sagittarius the archer because it looked like, well, a guy shooting a bow and arrow. Capricornus is also highly visible in January, toward the end of the month. It's sometimes called the sea goat, since it happens to have the head of a goat and the tail of a fish, which is not something you see every day. Next up in February is Aquarius, or the water bearer. A group of ancient people called the Babylonians thought that this group of stars looked like an old man pouring water from a pitcher. Moving on to March, this is Pisces, or the fishes. Pisces represents Venus, a Roman goddess who is said to have turned into a fish and jumped into a river to escape an evil monster. Aries is up in April. In Greek mythology, Aries was a ram with wings. The constellation of Taurus, visible in May, looks like a bull. It's named for the Roman god Jupiter, who could supposedly turn himself into a bull when he swam. June's prominent constellation, Gemini, is sometimes called the twins, because it reminded the ancient Greeks of the twin sons of Zeus. Cancer, which you can see pretty well in July, is called the crab, because that's what it reminded some folks of. August's constellation is called Leo and looks like a ferocious lion. Seen in September, Virgo is called the maiden, since it looks like a lady holding grain, which symbolized the harvest to the Greeks and the Romans. This constellation of Libra appears in October, when days and nights are roughly equal and is considered a symbol of balance. I bet you can guess what Scorpius is named for. Yep, it looks like a scorpion. Finishing off the year in late November is Ophiuchus.
Now that we were able to discover what are the 12 zodiac constellation and what are the myths behind it, let's try to answer these 5-item questions. I will only give you 5 seconds for each item to answer. Are you ready? Let's go! I am usually seen between the month of April and May. I am a ram with wings. What constellation I am? I represent sea goat. I have the head of a goat and a tail of a fish. What constellation I am? I look like a bull. I am named after a Roman god, Jupiter, who turned into a bull when slumped. What constellation I am? I am described as ferocious lion. What constellation I am? I am known as the water bearer. The Babylonians call it the water bearer, a old man pouring a water from a pitcher. What constellation I am? Well done, kids! You did very well. And now, for your assignment, I want you to draw your favorite constellation in your science journal. Well done, kids! You did very well. And now, for your assignment, I want you to draw your favorite constellation in your science journal. So, the constellation that lie along the plane of ecliptic or the apparent path of the sun is defined by the circular path of the sun across the skies as seen from the earth. In other words, the sun appears to pass through these constellations over the course of a year. And later tonight, try to find at least one constellation in the dark sky. Isn't the stars and the skies and the moons are mesmerizing? Yes, they are. Now we are done to our lesson. I hope you learned a lot. Let's call it a day. Goodbye!